some good things are coming about of this. If they come true, that's another thing. I'm optimistic because, you know, we've been through a lot. But I'm seeing some changes. I'm seeing some positive things on the insurance side, maybe the Davies group. I know they're afraid to come over here and look at my shit, but whatever. Is what it is. Two sides to every story. So, that's something I'll have to deal with to get my other truck and trailer figured out on what I'm going to do. But they're willing to work with me. I want to talk about the good things, people. The good things. Emergency plan. Huge. Very huge on where I'm standing at. And where I started this at. This is one of the main things that I brought up in the beginning, was an emergency plan for the community. Not just drills inside for, you know, the employees. Carus isn't the only one that dropped the ball on that, people. I'm just going to state that as a fact. They may have been the major player, but there's other people, other agencies that were supposed to be in charge of making sure this plan was put in place, and it was not. Huge. It's going to involve city members and community members. It's going to be a committee. And it's stated in the law that, you know, this is how it should be, and this is, you know, the right thing to do. It's, you know. But you got to figure, people, how many times did they write in the newspaper and lie about why they couldn't give us that emergency plan? I mean, I don't mean to go backwards, but I'm just stating facts. We've been lied to a lot. It's going to take more than just words. It's going to take action, Carus. I'm seeing a little bit of movement, but I'm not convinced. I've read more lies in the past 5 months than I can fucking choke on. So, moving on. Emergency plan, huge. That means community members will have a say in how this plan goes. And it'll be set in place. It'll be written out. There'll be a committee that meets. La-di-da-di-da. How that all works, we'll figure it out later. But it's a good start. Like to talk about the air monitors. Very good. Carus stepped up. They said they'll buy this. They'll buy an air monitor put up north of here. Where it goes, I don't know yet. The details, I don't know yet. And what kind of style, what kind of air monitor is being worked on as we speak. Apparently, the college is going to take over that, so it'll be information that will be available to the public. It's not going to be something that just Carus Chemical can control and manipulate. The college takes it over. It's just like the one at the library. Once you get a college involved, they get the students involved, and you know they start making apps or whatever they do, however they do it. It's interesting. I read a little bit up on it and how they do that, and it's pretty interesting. So that is a fucking good thing too, because in that way we can test people. We can know ourselves what's going on. And Carus can know too. That's a plus for Carus too. Because if they are having issues, they need to fix those issues pronto and not wait for them. They shouldn't have to be pushed, caught, exposed to, oh boy, we got big truckers coming now. Oh shit. Anyway, they're doing some shit back there at the Apollo, and we'll get to that in a minute. But air monitors is huge for everybody. Sounds like they're yelling at my neighbor. Why not go see what's going on? I'm not getting involved. Oh boy. Let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, it's always action around here, people. I don't know how to flip this fucking thing around. Oh, right there. Oh, this asshole. Oh boy. Almost hit somebody. Already problems in the neighborhood. Already problems. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Anywho. Let's just talk about the Apollo. They brought in some heavy equipment to get some, I guess, some heavy equipment up out of that building. They brought a small forklift in. They brought a big forklift. I'm sure they got a lot of stuff to get out of there. Something about the Apollo building. Anywho, got a little video coming up later. I will post a link when it is up. It explains a lot about what's going on, what I found out in some paperwork that I have, and it dates back a long time ago. And a little bit of the truth might come out in that paperwork. You just might. You gotta hang on and watch. But big thing is, and you know I'm breathing heavy because I'm anxious. I'm not causing no problems, but I'm just anxious. 3 weeks of this I'm going to have to deal with, but they're emptying it out. That's the good thing. That's the most important thing on my mind right now. Get everything out of that damn building because it's not safe. Even if it caught fire, we have issues with getting to it. We don't have emergency plans for that building. We don't have safety plans for that building. We never have. We never did. I think Carus is making the right decision. But what they're going to take out, that's another story. We don't know what that may be. I think I got a good idea, but you'll have to watch my YouTube video later to find out, people. So, just wanted to come on, not stir up some shit today. I want to talk a little positive, a little goodness. Also, a very good thing, people. Deductibles, up to $2,500. Carus will cover that, or Davies Group. I don't know whoever the hell is going to do that, but it will be covered. So, if you got paid and you have a deductible and that's a problem for you, you can be reimbursed for that. That is huge, people. We should not be responsible for deductibles. We also should not be responsible for depreciation of our property that was damaged. This Friday, all of my calls came in on Friday. I got Davies Group. I got my insurance ended up calling. Well, miraculously, my report's done. I asked for my report today, and now I'm told it's not done yet, but it'll be done by Friday. I said, well, I'd like to read it before you come so I could ask my fucking questions before you get here. And there's no report. So, I don't know what the hell she's telling me. Bunch of bullshit? I don't know. I got Cody and them down there working on that. I don't think they got anything to do with the adjusters. They're, whatever, hired by somebody else apparently. But I might need a different one. I might need a different adjuster. Because apparently this one's not doing it for me. My neighbor's getting his stuff worked on already. Brand new air conditioner, people. AC unit. And you know damn well who was the first one that called State Farm when the shit went down. Me? A couple other people. We're still waiting. So miraculously they're going to come on Friday and feed me whatever BS they're going to give me. Then they're going to let me stew on it all weekend instead of giving me the paperwork now so we can answer and get things resolved on Friday. and I don't have to be all pissed off all weekend with my insurance company. We have a city meeting coming up. I'm not telling people to go. I am going. If you live around this area, I recommend you go. If this truck route affects you in any way, go. I know they're saying they're taking it down. Your voice needs to be heard. If you cannot make the meeting, please email Brent Bader. He's on the City of LaSalle website. He is the city contact. And tell him your concerns about this road and Carus Chemical and semis and the Apollo. I'm asking people to do this for me. That meeting is the 26th, and it's at 6:30. It's just a meeting, people, and this is where your voice needs to be heard, either email or in person. And I know a lot of people that live here will be there in person. I'm just optimistic, people. You know, I like to take the good news, but every time I've been given good news from somebody around here, like EPA and all them other guys, I've gotten shot down. Anybody wants to come around here and look at a yard that the US EPA cleaned up, 1409 Porter Avenue, come by, check out my yard. I have yet to cut anything but the outside of my yard. Outside, a riding lawnmower with 46 inches. I had sod. All these houses were supposed to be sod. We were told we were going to have golf courses out here, weed free, and everything was going to be great. But you know what we got? Come by and look. We got fucking dead grass and weeds. You don't even have to cut your yard around here, people. That's what we got. We got screwed over by the US EPA. Our grass don't grow. It gets green. The minute the sun comes out, it kills it. Because the roots can't get deep enough through that damn clay dam they put in our yard. This far underneath the ground. It's sad that that's how we got to live. And then on top of it, we're getting contaminated. But nobody cares. But anyway, you know, what are you going to do? So, it's going to be a lot of action around. You know I'll be posting pictures. You know I'll be shooting videos from afar. Letting them fucking do their thing. Nothing to do with none of that shit. No cops need to come down here for nothing. Because I'm standing in my neighbor's yard. Whatever. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. We got new people coming up here. Maybe somebody should have showed him the route so the guy knew where he's going and he didn't run into the guy that was just yelling at him. I'm optimistic. I'm not giving up yet. My fight's not done. I got a lot more to go. We got a lot more to get accomplished. Saying it, it's one thing. Doing it's another. I can say a lot of shit, but proving it and doing it, two different things. So until you prove it, do it, sign, seal, and deliver it, they don't mean shit to me. I've been let down too many times about this whole process. Yep, the State Farm, Carus Chemical, like many fucking agencies. And for Carus to come out of the woodwork, they already knew. They knew I knew they didn't have no fucking emergency plan. They know I know because I post this shit. They know because I FOIA'd everybody for that information and nobody has it. And they're trying to tell us that it was not available to give to us, but they could share it with the city when there wasn't even a fucking plan in place to begin with. That's huge that they admitted to that. But you know what? If you would have came out and said that shit from jump, and been truthful about everything, the way the fire started, accidents fucking happen. I don't agree with your fucking techniques of slapping tape on a bag that's leaking and whatever, you know, nobody really trained to clean it up. I don't agree with that. I think things could have been handled a little bit differently. And maybe that fire could have been avoided. But it happened. Accidents fucking happen. I don't blame nobody for that. I blame upper management for training their people wrong. But there's a lot of rules and regulations, people. Air permits coming up. We got a lot of stuff. You know, the fight's never over, people. I just want to make one thing clear. To get all this accomplished is fucking huge. To get the city to have to use an emergency alert system, hopefully instead of code red next time something happens, is huge. Huge wins. We've been winning and winning and winning and winning, climbing them mountains slow but sure. And we're getting bigger wins the higher we get. But not giving up, not shutting up. Until they make right with every person in this town who's affected by their fire and whatever they let out of their stack. Prove to us. Prove it. Data and science, the shit you guys are good at. A lot fucking smarter than I am. Prove it with it. Test the soil. Put air monitors up. Pay us our shit so we can move forward. We would have been done over. Instead, you let your name drag through the fucking rains, all because you didn't want to shell out a couple fucking dollars to take care of some people who got affected by your fire. And everybody covering it up, because everybody knows they failed somewhere along the line. And they know the shit that went down was not right. All the rules and regulations got thrown right out the fucking door because they weren't set in place. They were not played out. It was not a planned scenario. You got to reenact this shit. Like the kids in school with the shootings and tornado drills and whatever crazy other stuff they got going on. That's how you prepare for shit like this. Worst case scenario. And to put us in jeopardy like that was fucking wrong. And to drag us through the mill and make us look foolish? I don't care how you think I looked. I don't really care, but I think I did a damn good job of making you look foolish. And I'll continue to do that. I'll debunk anybody you send up there. And I'm not a damn scientist, but I'm pretty damn smart. And I know how to find the information that I need. And I got a whole shitload of it. More than you can even dream of. More than you PRs can even start reading up on. You'll have to hire about fucking 100 of them to get where I'm at. Because I'm all over. You never know what I'm digging in. And you never know what lands in my lap. Hey people, remember the FOIA I FOIA'd for EPA and the meeting minutes for the meetings that city had and all that good stuff, and the secret emails about re-indacting because I was FOIAing and they wanted to make sure that they were not giving me the fucking information, whatever. I'm still waiting on it. They're going to make me wait till the 24th of fucking July. That's a long time, people. Months I've been waiting. I said, do you have anything for me? Can you give me a piece of it to show in good faith that you're working on my project? And she said, nope, ain't got nothing yet. So what the hell are you working on? EPA? US EPA? These are the games they play, people. And the thing is, I found some information from a .org. And on that .org, they FOIA'd the EPA. FOIA information on how they train their people, FOIA concepts, and they gave them everything. I got 260 some pages of slides of their training people that they get trained. And you know what? They use every single one. They done them to me. They say, okay, now listen to me. This is how they stretch the time out. They tell you, they got so many days you file a FOIA. FOIA is a Freedom of Information Act request. And what you're asking for is specific information. You put that information down. What EPA likes to do is come back and say, well, it's extensive. Can you shorten it up? Okay, so they send you an email. So now the time, they got a time. So now the time's going. They wait for you to email back. Boom. You email back. How many days that takes, whatever. The clock starts over for the time frame on how many days they got to provide you with that paperwork. So then they say, oh, well, it's going to cost you $50. And are you willing to pay that $50? Then they wait for you to reply back. So you come back and see this game you're playing, people? And the clock resets. That's as simple as I can fucking put it in layman's terms. It's just a fucking rolling wheel. And this is what they do. This is what they're trained to do. I read it. It's their training shit. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wow. And there's so much more that I got to go through on it. But it's like every single thing they said in there is the same game they played with me to stretch that calendar day out further and further and further and further away. And to avoid giving me my request. And another person has got that same FOIA in, and he's got the same date as I got, with a different FOIA officer. So, wonder what's going on. And they won't, well, I'll save that for later, because I'm still fighting that. Be appealing that shit. We'll talk about that at another time, people. Maybe that'll be the next training fucking lesson on YouTube, how to appeal some FOIAs, because I got quite a few to appeal. City still hasn't given me, still ain't got no report on 420. They went in that building with the structural engineer. People, we're almost 2 months out. They ain't got it. I've yet to see it. I asked for it a long time ago. Now, Brent Bader said he'd give it to me today. I've yet to see that fucking paperwork. But I'm curious as to why it's taken so long. Have you gotten a bill? Because I know I wouldn't take 2 months to send you a damn bill. I mean, I don't know if you think I'm just plain stupid or what. But I would hope you know I'm a lot fucking smarter than that by now. So, if you're listening, City, and you got that fucking report, I'd like to have it as soon as possible. Because I asked for it a long time ago. I don't know. All they want to give me is ambassador's report, the city inspector. Well, who's failed us? I'm sorry to throw people under the bus, but city inspector maybe? He was the fire chief. And also our fire chief now. So, you tell me. Little action in the hood. I gotta go check on it. Got other people messaging me. I need to find out what's going on. So keep up with me, people. Keep up with me. The action will be rolling all week. So no, don't trip. I'll bring it to you live. Peace out.